everybody, and welcome to Science Chats. I'm Diana.
And I'm Marisa.
We are here at Northwest. Summer reading has started, which is super exciting. So there will most definitely be a super secret code somewhere in this happy little video. But we are going to talk about oceanography and people that study oceans because our theme, Oceans of Possibilities. So would you like to go first, ma'am? What do you have for us?
I would love to go first. So I have for you guys today, we have National Geographic at the library.
Yeah.
And in March of 2022, they featured this wonderful person. Her name is Tara Roberts. We got another picture of her inside. But she is part of a organization called Diving with a Purpose. So this is her right here. And she works with other people of color, specifically Black communities, right, and academics, to dive and uncover shipwrecks of ships that carried enslaved people from Africa to the Americas.
Okay.
So she does she's a storyteller, and they're doing some really incredible work right now, and I really highly recommend everybody check out Diving with a Purpose. They have all sorts of trained instructors that they have to teach people in how to dive and uncover these shipwrecks, and it's just super, super cool science, and they're recovering these things that have been lost for quite some time, because they estimated that there were about 36,000 ships that traveled between Africa and the Americas.
Wow.
And there's at least a good 1,000 that were capsized, lost. We don't know what happened to them. So recovering these remains and understanding them is just really important work, and they're doing it across multiple different countries and different communities.
How neat too, because that probably brings a lot of people closure to a chapter in their family history, and just understanding better too what happened. I'm sure the really unfortunate thing with a lot of that is, oftentimes ships like that would capsize, probably the people running the ship and the deckhands got off, and the cargo, the slaves, were just left to drown. So it's a very important part of our history in the world. So it's really cool that she's doing that.
Yeah, and to that point, they had a ship, I can't remember what it was called, but they recovered the ship, and they knew most of the people had come from a specific region, and so they were able to share that information with the people living there now. And the people living there now asked them to take a conch shell and fill it with the dirt from that native homeland and bring it back to the ship, so that they could bring that piece to the people that are living the current living on this earth, and then also provide that closure for the people that were lost at sea.
Yeah, all which is very important, and has a lot of cultural significance, as well as just allowing people to kind of heal that trauma and bring closure in that sense. So that's super, super cool. There's no shortage of women doing really amazing things in the ocean, which I always find fascinating. So I have for us Sylvia Earle, and so this is Sylvia here. She's a pretty cool lady. So Sylvia holds the record for the deepest walk on the seafloor, which that in itself just blows my mind, because the seafloor is deep, right? That's thousands of miles.
She just woke up and decided to take a walk on the seafloor.
Yes.
Like
and then, it doesn't even stop there. She is also the first woman to lead the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration. So she's really doing some important work there. And then, because, we're just not done with her yet, she graduated high school when she was 16.
Oh my gosh.
Which is impressive. But then she didn't even just I'll take some time off, right? Discover myself, do a gap year. Oh no, she graduated from college at 19. That's 3 years, folks. 3 years later, she graduated from college. She then went on to Duke University, where she got her master's degree. And she's just done a lot of really, really incredible things. So how deep do you think the deepest sea walk would be?
Oh gosh. Well, I know the ocean's very deep, and she probably wasn't down too deep for like the physical pressure of like surviving. I want to say like 100 feet seems like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to say somewhere around 100 because that seems like a lot, but also maybe feasible.
Okay. Prepare to have your mind blown.
Okay.
1,250 feet below the ocean surface is where she walked. And not only did she just go for a walk, she was there for 2.5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
At that level. Right? I mean, that's impressive.
I'm trying to, like, in my brain, I'm just trying to think how many feet is in a mile. That's close to a mile, if not, like, right on it.
Right? But it's not, like, a mile on land. Like you said, there's the pressure. You've got currents.
It's dark.
It's dark. You have sea life. I mean, there are all sorts of things that are impeding this. So not only to be able to go that far down into the ocean floor, but also to be able to do it for 2.5 hours is impressive. And I unfortunately don't know what age she was when she did this, but knowing her, I'm sure it was something crazy like 25 or whatever.
Or she just did it yesterday. I don't know. Yes. Like, it's just as impressive.
It is. And I think, you know, the other cool thing, so we talked about kind of the stars and that, and then also the ocean a little bit last time, but there's so much that we still don't know about our universe as far as the stars, but even we're discovering the ocean. Like, there's just so much we still don't know about what's down there. And to me, one of the fascinating things, if you ever get to watch like a video of deep sea divers like her, just to see the different canyons and animal life that's down there is really, really impressive. So I do have a couple of books if you are interested in learning more about the deep ocean. This is the Brilliant Abyss, and it talks a lot about the different creatures and the other things that are down there in the ocean. And my favorite part is it's got some really cool pictures of just some of the weird stuff that you'll find down there. But it also talks a lot about, you know, kind of how us as humans are impacting the deep abyss. So it's kind of neat. And then I've got one other one, and it's In Oceans Deep. And so same thing, it just kind of talks about women that are pioneering the diving, like both of the women that we've talked about. So
awesome.
Yes. So thank you, everybody. We will see you next time on Science Chats.